is a chat to the professional, the show that has been designed to x-ray the activities of professional individuals and corporate bodies. My name is Martin, so as usual, I'm glad to be with you. Last week when I had the Honorable Minister of Health, we had a lot of reactions from viewers who were of the opinion that there are some issues that are greatly and negatively affecting our overall development. And they were so particular about the Boko Haram menace and of course the removal of fuel subsidy. And so today on A Chat to the Professional, we are not going to be having an x-ray of any professional individuals or corporate body, but essentially shall be looking at the Boko Haram menace and the removal of fuel subsidy. And we are going to be taking or getting reactions from a cross-section of Nigerians on these issues. But that will be after this break. Please stay.
Professional handshake. Professional profile.
Nigeria is the most important country in sub-Saharan Africa.
In-depth analysis of professional issues.
Of education, the collapse of culture in Nigeria. Even with cheating, we can't pass.
Yeah.
With the enormity of the cheating.
We've not done enough. There's still more to be done.
Join Martin Zobu every week on this channel as he chats with the professionals on the program. A chat with the professionals. A program designed to x-ray the activities of professional individuals and corporate bodies.
Hello viewers, and you're welcome.
Join us.
Well, like I said in my introduction, today we are looking at the Boko Haram menace and the removal of fuel subsidy. And we are going to be seeking the opinion or getting reactions, from Nigerian public as to how these issues have affected their lives. At the beginning of the year, a couple of Nigerian families had to stay behind in their various villages, of course talking about immediately after the Yuletide, due to the high cost of transportation occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy as announced by the President on January 1. That eventually was reversed, but not completely, with the federal government saying, oh fine, what we can do is let's meet ourselves at a middle ground. And in the end, we had 97 naira approved as the pump price for PMS. That's the premium motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol. And Nigerians are saying that, well, it affects us in some ways. Some others are saying, yes, it's good for our economy. Some others are saying, no, it's biting hard. And then we also have a situation on our ground, if you remember recently what happened in Kano State, where within 24 hours, over 180 lives were lost to the Boko Haram attack on the city. Before now, we were talking about Borno State, Yobe State, Bauchi, Gombe, and somehow Plateau, although that is a different ball game, because theirs is not a Boko Haram issue. But at the same time, all these issues we believe are negatively affecting the growth of our economy, and that's why today we are going to get reaction from a cross-section of Nigerians, like I said, and that's what I would urge you now to sit back and watch as we listen to what Nigerians have to say about these issues. Please stay.
The government know what to do. I don't want to mix it up. You understand? If Jonathan can put army, all these army officers all over Nigeria, all over the states, in order to protect the citizens, then he can as well stop Boko Haram. I believe they know what to do. They should sort it out. Then this fuel subsidy issue is not about fuel subsidy. It's not about increasing fuel. It's all about fighting corruption. A lot has happened to Nigeria and it's affecting the youth and the women, especially more. The women and the youth. That's is really a problem. And I just believe, God, that the human rights, the youths, the women, even the children should come out en masse and speak out for the government to do something positively. It's time. I believe that it's time for Nigerians to, to act so that something positive can be achieved in this country.
Okay, talking about Boko Haram, I look at Boko Haram as a product of the system. A group of people that is protesting against the wrong things that we are having in the country, and although the way they are going about their system of protest is violent, very, very deadly. They are victimizing innocent people. And they are also helping to sensitize the government, about the issue of insecurity in the country. And then I'm expecting the government to take a decisive decision. Let the government decide without any further delay what to do about this. Not only Boko Haram, about the situation in the country right now. The removal of the fuel subsidy is another thing that I see. It's not a welcome development, because the people should have been well enlightened, educated. People should have been told the meaning of the removal of this subsidy, so that they will not look at it as a negative or punitive measure, maybe something that government is trying to do to punish them. When people are educated, when people are thoroughly explained, when it is well explained to people why the subsidy should be removed, the fuel subsidy should be removed, I think there will be no agitation, there will be no strike, there will be no protests. It's because people don't understand what it means to remove fuel subsidy. So that's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
I said this Nigeria country is God-loved country. God loves us from head to toes in this our country, Nigeria. Nothing we are missing in this country. Only the leaders don't know how to lead well. Can I call my name? Let them call me and ask who taught this.
Like fuel subsidy, I think the people who talk about fuel subsidy, they can explain better. Because for an ordinary man, we see it as a way of trying to maybe to help the economy. But the impact is what everybody is reacting to as a result, whereby people are not happy. But I think maybe when people start seeing the prospect of it, I hope that everybody will understand. Maybe they can now join the government's effort to make things more better. Alright, but for Boko Haram, all we need is security. Because for Boko Haram is a religious sect, which ordinarily government have to set up and look for a very security effort, maybe to help them so that they're able to handle the Boko Haram issue, because it's not something that ordinarily by looking at this or maybe making small effort the way they have been doing cannot help us. So what they need is they have to intensify their effort towards security area. So that they think, they will be able to overcome the Boko Haram issue. I think that's all. That's all I can say.
The violence across the country is really, really affecting us. It's affecting everybody in this country, whether we like it or not. Because you can imagine the number of deaths and everything, the fear. Even when you want to go out, you can't even go out. It's even giving Nigeria a very, very bad image. You can't go out of your house. As a child, you can't even go to school because you're scared. What if you're in class with your teacher and everything, the teacher is teaching and all, and then you come in there only for there to be a bomb blast? In short, you'll be so scared that you even know what to do. And right now, you can't even place where and when a bomb will go off. So it's really affecting us. I wish the government can do something about this because it's getting out of hand.
Really, I will start with the fuel subsidy. One thing with Nigerians is it depends on mentality and the level of your exposure. That is what matters a lot, because I remember my father used to tell me passing 6 is not passing sense. You can pass 6, you can maybe you are not passing sense. Right at the moment, as a person, I support the removal of subsidy. Yeah. You may be surprised to hear such. There are reasons. You understand me? If you have been in this downstream sector, you really understand what it means to remove this fuel subsidy. Right at the moment, there is nothing like importation of this fuel. And who is removing this subsidy? And where is it going? That is one question you should ask yourself. And as a father, let me cite this example. As a father, if you have your kid, and the kid is about to start your education, primary school or kindergarten, you know the first day you will not take it lightly because you are going to leave him behind it. You know, he will be crying because I've been acquainted with you that he wants to go to the house with you. But that will not deprive you from leaving him or her in that school. So that is just what we are looking at. Because when we remove this now it's going to be tough on our flesh in the first place. It's going to cost us a little. I call it a little. Why? Because it's not going to be permanent. But as time goes on, you see things will come to normal. There are so many things, there are so many innovations, there are so many plans on ground that after removal of this, it will now. Like, I will also use this example. When I was in school, I was using Beatles called voice radio. You know, when this mobile phone came in, I have to sell I have to sell it off just to bought only the SIM card, not the phone, because I was not opportunity to have enough to buy it. I bought my SIM card, I did it for 45,000. I have to suffer the pains, I have to trade, I have to, you know, readjust myself. But today, look at phone. You can get phone of 2,000, you can get phone of 5,000. Even SIM card, somebody is begging you, if you go to Ocean, they are begging you to come and collect 2. Buy 1, take 2. To tell you, really, see, the issue is what we are suffering in this country is status. Whether we like it or not, we are suffering from status. Who are these status? The rich are continue getting richer. When you remove fuel subsidy, it goes to some people's purse. Right at the moment, I'm telling you, like all this fuel, all this diesel, all this now, okay. There is difference between kerosene and the oil they use in flying this aircraft. The oil is so costly that they cannot use the oil now. What they are using is kerosene, making kerosene to be very costly for a low-class person. You understand? These are the areas. By the time you remove all this, let's see who gets what. Now you come to Boko Haram. It's a case. It's a problem to every flesh. I don't hide my feelings. The issue of this Boko Haram is some people, even our top officers, they are behind this. Because I remember sometime when all these things, when all these Niger Delta militants, you see people talk about it, people go there to negotiate. But today, our ex-presidents, where are they? What is happening? What are they saying? Let them complain first to all these people. Let them come out and say, this Boko Haram is a problem. Then let's know that their hands are not there. If I said, I don't like it, I have to come out openly to say, I don't like it. Not to stay indoors, cover my face halfway, and then say, I don't like it. Who takes that? Nobody. That is what is killing our society today. Thank you.
Yeah, the Boko Haram issue, to my knowledge, is that there is a kind of a group that they want to antagonize the government. And it's actually, I would say they should come out and tell the government their grievances so we can be able to settle what is wrong. Because I didn't see anything wrong where the government is lacking. The only thing the government is lacking where is insecurity and some other issues. And coming to the subsidy stuff, the subsidy is a good one, it's a good plan, but it's a timing. But there's also thing the government will have done. I think they will have just been apparent to the nation, telling us, look at the plan they want to do, and everybody will have an idea of what you want to do. The welfare, the things that need to be done in Nigeria, for the country. I think that would be an issue for us to have known about. And finally, I'll endorse the government, Jonathan. I would say we should support him. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. We can't criticize him, we don't even condemn him. But at the same time, there's other things that we need to tell ourselves. The government is having a good plan for the nation. And we should also make sure that we work towards a plan he has programmed for this nation. I believe it's going to be a good plan. That's what I'm saying.
All I know is that what I've heard about Boko Haram, they are an Islamic political group, understand, that has brought about torment on the country so far. Like what I heard about some bombings of churches and all that, violence in the northern part. Well, I think that they also have a role to play in this oil subsidy, because as we all know that this cabal people, as they call them, so they're the ones that are making things quite difficult in the oil sector. But what I believe is that this Boko Haram should be eradicated. So that group they should be brought out of light and so on, so that at least we'll have peace in the country for once. We're not okay with the fuel subsidy. We're not okay with the price that is at hand now. Because a lot of people are complaining about it, a lot of people are not happy about it. What I feel is that they should bring down the price. I know here in the country we don't have, although we have refineries, but they are not working. If at all we had good refineries, at least we'll be able to run the oil sector here in the country ourselves. And this increase of price of fuel will not go high like that. Normally before they used to sell fuel like about 30 naira, 45 naira per liter. But now things have gone difficult for the country, and I feel that the price should be brought down. At least our refineries should be working where they should, put in more efforts into the oil sector. Because I think that's the only place that money is coming from.
Anyway, about the Boko Haram issue, it's a big problem in the country right now. What I expect the government to do is to increase human intelligence, to spend more money on human intelligence, because the issue of Boko Haram is not an issue that you tackle with soldiers or with the military, because these people live among the people. They live in the midst of people, and it is only human intelligence that is gathering information that can tackle the problem. The fuel subsidy is also a problem because things are hard now. People are finding it very difficult to cope. I believe the government will go back, reduce, because this is a country that produces oil, and the government needs to reduce the price to 65. It will be better. Look at the previous government, Yaradua, when the government before Yaradua increased it to 70 naira per liter. When Yaradua, that was Obasanjo. When Yaradua came, we reduced it to 65, which make it, okay with the people. And I believe if our President Goodluck Jonathan government should reduce the pump price to 65, I think that would be better, because it has increased the price of commodity now.
Actually, the trend, the violence in our country now is something that everybody would understand that is alien to our system. It's really a disturbing factor that, in fact, it has destabilized a lot of processes in the system. I believe that it is politically motivated. There is no way we can push that fact away from the situation. Left with me, I believe that the violence is politically motivated. That's just a position.
Okay, and what do you think would be the effect or impact on the economy and the overall development of the country?
Of course, nobody wants to thrive. No economy would thrive in a violent situation. And no investor would want to put his hard-earned wealth in a system that is not, in a system whereby security is not guaranteed. So the persistent violence is going to be retrogressive. Is retrogressive. Is a deterrent to investors, and I believe that as it goes on, it will distract investors from coming into the system. So it will affect our economy drastically.
Professional handshake. Professional profile.
Nigeria is the most important country in sub-Saharan Africa.
In-depth analysis of professional issues.
Of education, the collapse of culture in Nigeria. Even with cheating, we can't pass.
Yeah.
With the enormity of the cheating.
We've not done enough. There's still more to be done.
Join Martins Obu every week on this channel as he chats with the professionals on the program. A chat with the professionals. A program designed to x-ray the activities of professional individuals and corporate bodies.
Hello viewers, and you're welcome.
Join us.
Well, I'm sure you must have listened carefully to what Nigerians have to say about the issue of the Boko Haram menace, as well as the removal of fuel subsidy. Partial though, because of course with the level of demonstrations that we had across the country, the federal government was forced to once again say, okay, fine, let it be still partial. In other words, federal government is still paying some subsidy, but not as much as it used to. In any case, what we are all looking forward to is a situation where the necessary infrastructures are put in place so that when the subsidy, as it were, is totally removed, Nigerians will have something to fall back to. I.e., if we have constant electricity, I'll tell you that the fuel consumption, petrol consumption in Nigeria is going to reduce by at least 40%. The bulk of Nigerians who use petrol as we speak today do that with their little generating sets, of course, to augment what we have today as power supply from the power holding company, generally referred to as we still speak. A lot of Nigerians still call them NEPA. But what we are saying is that if we have improved power supply, the fuel consumption is going to reduce. And by the time you totally remove the subsidy, of course, a lot of Nigerians also will also realize that they do not need up to 5 or 4 cars for one single household. Nigerians will also learn to join buses if we have an effective mass transport system where you can be sure that when neatly dressed, you could walk up to the bus stop or train station and join a mass transit system. And of course, you are certain to come out looking fresh, still smelling fresh, able to do your work for the day. By next week, God willing, we are going to be having a professional. What we have done today is to lay a background as to what we have upcoming, because we shall be analyzing Nigeria's economy moving forward. It's not been so good globally, but we are saying that in this part of the world we could do better as an emerging market. We have to, as it were, make our environment conducive for investors to come in so that jobs could be created. We're also looking at the thinkering that's going on with the entire curricula in our education system, so that we also will be having graduates who come out and are materials that could promote the growth of the economy. But of course, that will be moving forward. But for now, that's the much we can take on the show, A Chat to the Professional. I remain Martin Sobu saying stay blessed, and God willing, I'll see you next week.